Hello and welcome to this video on pricing strategies. In this video, we're going to be looking at the pricing strategies that a business might use for existing products. So we're going to be focusing on these 5 pricing strategies on the right-hand side. So by the end of this video, we should be able to explain a range of pricing strategies for existing products and analyze the factors that determine the most appropriate pricing strategy for a particular situation. So let's start off with our first strategy, which is cost plus pricing. And cost plus pricing is when a percentage markup is added to the cost of producing a good or service to calculate the selling price. The percentage markup is how much the business wants to achieve as profit. So effectively the price here is the cost per unit and we add on a percentage markup. Let's have a look at an example. Let's imagine the total cost per unit is £10. And we add on a markup of 20%. Well, 20% of £10 is £2. So the price that we're going to charge customers for this product is £12. And by charging a price of £12, we guarantee ourselves a gross profit here of 20% of £2. The advantage here is that the price chosen will definitely generate the required level of profit that we want. The disadvantage is it really ignores the market conditions. It's also sometimes hard to exactly calculate how much something costs to make. Now let's look at predatory pricing. Predatory pricing is when prices are set very low for a short period of time and the intention is very clear and the intention is to force competitors out of the market. The idea that they can't live with such low prices, they lose all their customers and they go insolvent, they go out of business. Once they're out of the way, then the business can put prices back to where they were before or even higher, but they've eliminated the competition. Now, advantage this can reduce competitive rivalry and increase profitability in the long run. But the disadvantage is a risky strategy. So you're going to be making losses in the short run while your prices are very low in the hope that your competitor is going to go out of business before you do. So it's not guaranteed that it will drive competitors out of the market. Also, and this is a very important point, if you price something so low that it's below the cost of making it, this is illegal in the EU. And where the seller has a dominant market position, and it's believed that the pricing will damage the competition in the market, again, this is banned under EU law. So a big no-no with this strategy is that in many countries this would be illegal. Okay, competitive pricing. This is when a business sets a price for its products after considering the prices set by its competitors. So competitors have a large influence on the price that the business has gone for. So the business may undercut the price of its competitors or they might price similarly, but the idea is that the competitors have had the main influence on the price setting. A business might also decide that by differentiating its product from the competition, it might be able to charge higher prices, but again, the competition has influenced the strategy that's taken place. An important long-term influence on the price here is the position of the brand in the market relative to its competition. Those businesses with very strong brands we call price leaders. And this means that they set the price in the market and other brands then position themselves around that price point. The flip side, weaker brands tend to be known as price takers. And in that situation, a price taker is where they have to set the price at or below the market level. So they're taking their lead from the price leader. They wouldn't want to undercut the price leader significantly, as that would risk starting a price war, which they would be unlikely to win with the market leading company. So let's make sure we've got these notes down that are highlighted, and then we can move on. Psychological pricing, aha. This is a pricing strategy that's designed to make the consumer think that a product is cheaper than it actually is, hence enticing the consumer or the customer into making a purchase. The most common example of this is where we things priced at $9.99 rather than the full $10. Now you might think, oh, that doesn't work on me. I wouldn't be tricked into buying something just because it was 1 pence or 1 cent less. But then ask yourself, why do firms do it? They do it because it works. So for example, this sofa here seems a much better deal than a full £600 because the number starts with a 5. Finally, we have premium pricing. This pricing strategy involves setting a high price to give the impression of high quality and exclusivity. The price here acts as a signal to customers that this is a highly desirable product. So in this video, we've looked at a range of pricing strategies for existing products, and we're now going to look at analysing factors that determine the most appropriate pricing strategy. So there are a number of different factors that determine the pricing strategy that a business might pick. For example, we've got the cost of making the product and the need to make a profit. We've got where the product is in its life cycle. So is it a new product? Is it in its very early stages, the latest technology, or is it coming towards the end of its life? We need to consider the strength of the brand, the level of competition, and also the price elasticity of demand. How responsive are customers going to be to changes in price? We might also finally consider how unique our product is or how well differentiated it is been from the competition. A big influence on price setting at the moment is to do with changes in social trends. And there are two in particular that we should kind of be aware of. The first one is the increasing importance of online sales. And this has led to the advent of what we call dynamic pricing. So this is where prices change frequently and quickly in response to changes in demand. And at times of peak demand, prices will go up and vice versa. This is often used by businesses with set capacity, and a good example here would be the airline industry. You know, when you log on, prices are changing quite quickly for different flights. A second area of social trend that has impact on pricing is the use of price comparison websites. It's much easier for customers to compare prices, and that forces businesses to think more about the competition and be more competitive. So, when businesses set prices, it's always good to remember the 3 C's that might have influenced them. And by that, we mean costs, consumers, and competitors. How much did it cost? What is the nature of the consumer? What is my level of competition? And when I take these factors into account, I can come up with the price. So in this video, we've looked at a range of pricing strategies and looked at some of the factors that might determine whether they're appropriate or not. That's it. Thanks for listening.